We're going to make a colorful creature using a neat drawing trick. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper that are the same size. You'll need wax crayons or oil pastels or twisties. Then what you need to do with your first page is you need to divide up the space of the page into lots of little spaces. So one way to do that would be to draw a bunch of shapes like I've done. I just drew a bunch of circles that are overlapping or interlocking. You could also just draw lines across the page. You could draw rainbows, any kind of design or pattern, as long as the end result is that you cover the entire page with color. You need to press quite hard with your pastels or your crayons, because if you don't, it won't work. Okay, and you also need to use quite bright colors, because that will enhance your drawing, make it even more effective. Try and plan ahead and plot where you're going to do what color as you go. It's a good idea if you've already chosen your drawing you're going to use, to think of that as you go. Right, so now I'm going to take the second piece of paper and put it on top of it. And then I'm going to add a picture that I've chosen that I want to make. So the picture that I've chosen is of a zebra. I got that from a magazine. You can find any picture of a printout or a photocopy, or you can just draw your own. You don't have to use an already drawn picture. Now you need to paste it or to tape it onto the 3 pages need to be attached, but you don't want them to be attached firmly, so you're not going to use glue. Use masking tape. If you don't have masking tape, then you can use a paper clip or some pins, because you want to be able to remove it afterwards. Once you've taped it in place so that the pages can't move away from each other, then you start drawing. You start tracing on all the lines. I'm using a ballpoint pen because that will give me just the right amount of pressure. You need to press quite hard when you do this, because that's what will transfer the color from the one page to the other, because that's what you're doing. You're transferring the color from the one page to the other, which you will see when we peel the pages apart. So a ballpoint pen is perfect to use because the nib is small, but it's still quite hard, so you can press quite hard without actually tearing the page. Now that I've done drawing, I want to just peel away a corner without letting it move to see if I'm happy. And I peeled it away. I'm not quite happy with what I've done. I think I can do a little bit better. So after I've taken it, take a little peep, I'm then going to continue drawing. And it's a good idea when you take a peep, just look and see what part of it is not working for you. What part have you left out? Is it maybe the hooves of the animal, or the eye, or the nose? And then you need to then go back and work on it. It's always a good idea to ask yourself, what could I have done better? And are you going to work on the background or not? I decided not to, but you might decide you want to. There are little leopards in the background that I could have drawn in, but I chose not to. Right, so once I've finished, then I'm going to take my drawing and I'm going to trim it, and I'm going to paste it on the page that I colored in, because now I've got an instant frame. You don't have to trim it the way I've trimmed it, in a normal rectangle shape. You can trim it any shape you want. You could cut the animal out perfectly around the edge of the animal and then paste it on. That could be quite beautiful.